So, what I'm going to talk about today, obviously, one of the key actions of happiness is around exercise. But as you can tell, I haven't come in gym clothes, and I'm not going to make you all do an activity. That's for next time, don't worry. But also, it's trying to challenge some of our perceptions of what physical activity and exercise actually is. So, as part of You've Got This, what we're looking at is actually going beyond what physical activity and exercise are, and looking at the true barriers for people to actually participate and move more. We all know that physical activity is good for us. It's like eating vegetables. You get told multiple times, eat your veg, move more, do physical activity, but actually things get in the way, and those things are what we refer to as systemic barriers, which go beyond being motivated and enthused and having the time and the resources of an individual, up to actually, well, why would I do physical activity? Because where I live isn't safe, I've got nowhere to do it, I don't have the resources, I don't have the actual motivation to get up and go. So one of the things we're looking at is around actually shifting our understanding of what physical activity is, getting out of the gym, challenging people's perceptions to actually just move more, and then here we go, as if by magic, doing active life as a way of life. So this is a co-design vision that we've created across South Tees from a number of partners and communities to look at actually changing the way in which we work around physical activity to actually empower people to lead an active lifestyle. So that's not about making sure you've got 2 hours a day to get yourself out of your job and going and doing a nice fitness class, but actually just parking a little bit further away from the office and walking in a little bit, getting off the bus one stop earlier, taking the kids out on a weekend to the park instead of going to a soft play where you sit and have a nice coffee and sit down whilst the kids run around. Prioritising yourself as well. Some of the things that we've actually explored within this is just trying to challenge our understanding. So Sport England have funded millions and millions of pounds across the last 30 years into physical activity. But the problems are still here. Inactivity hasn't changed. We still have 30% of our population across Middlesbrough and Redcar and Cleveland classed as inactive. In our more deprived communities, that's reaching 45%. With the current situation we're in, that's only going to grow. But actually, if we don't change and look at things systemically, that's why we're looking at actually, our pilot is changing the way in which we look at physical activity and explore those things. So leading active life as a way of life is really important, and looking at the organisations that you are part of and figuring out actually what policies do you have to empower your staff to move more in their daily work life, not just giving them the tools and motivation outside of that to change their behaviour. So looking at changing behaviour, why? One of the things we explored was looking at actually why are people active? I always thought that I really enjoyed being active because I liked being fit. And actually through COVID, I realised, no, I don't. I hate physical activity, and I hate trying to keep fit. Motivating myself on my own to get up and do physical activity during that lockdown was so difficult. I must have tried every different online video of physical activity known to man, and they all didn't work. I managed to do 1 hour throughout the whole of lockdown. The rest of the time, I parked my bum upon the sofa. But actually, what I managed to do was enjoy outdoors, really enjoy nature. That was one thing. My 1 hour a day going outside, I really enjoyed that, figuring out what different trees were, understanding things I didn't think I'd ever be bothered about, but I was. And actually, I realised what my why was. My why of being active is because I play hockey, and I like going and playing hockey with my friends, and I like having a laugh, taking the mick out of each other, messing up more than playing hockey, and actually just being free to do what I want. And that was my why. So some of the things we've tried to get across within our campaign and with our work is actually sharing other people's why, because that's what motivates you to get up and go be active, not the fact that you should be doing 30 minutes, 150 minutes a week of voluntary vigorous physical activity. Because shockingly enough, that's not catchy enough for people. So we've actually been capturing stories of people across the South Tees and getting them to talk about their why and why they're active, and sharing them with others that may actually resonate with people that you work with or yourselves. Looking at actually, so instead of feeling blue, I feel alive. This is actually a guy called Matt from North Ormsby who was talking to us, and he was like, if I stay inside and I don't go out, and I go out and I engage with other people, I get into a rut and I can't get out. And these are his words exactly as it. And the same as Joe. Joe does Tai Chi, yoga, walking, every form of physical activity because she's got Parkinson's. But what she doesn't do is actually just do that because she's got Parkinson's, just because I don't want to be Parkinson's. I want to be the person, and actually this is how I keep it at bay. I move to get to kind of keep in control. And then we've got Naomi, because she was talking about how it gives us some well-deserved me time, and actually getting out and away from the hustle bustle of family, kids, dogs, everything in the house. It's like, actually, I'm going to go and do something for me, because I'm important as well within this. I was recently talking with Sharon around some of our work in South Bank and some of the brilliant whys that I've got that haven't made into nice jazzy things yet. But actually, some of the whys that we had a wonderful lady called Pat talking to me about why she's active. She's 87, lives in South Bank, and actually she does Tai Chi once a week, and she cleans the church. She cleans the church because she goes with her mates. She gets out of the house and she goes and chats to people, and she has that conversation with others, and it's vitally important for her to go and do that. What she isn't doing is doing that to keep fit. It's to keep connected. So physical activity isn't just for physical activity's sake. It's an interconnected web around your whole well-being, and that's what I kind of want to leave us on.